Here with head coach Sparky McEwen. You guys had a tough overtime loss on Saturday at Truman, 28-27. You guys were very aggressive and played for the win, going for two after the Cephus Harris rushing touchdown. What was your vantage point on how Truman covered that pass play?
They didn't cover it. We actually had two guys open, so hopefully that answers your question. We just didn't execute it. My thing is we knew going in that if we were going to run a two-point play, we had one that we felt like that was going to be open just based on the defense that we had been seeing from them, in the past. And unfortunately, we just didn't execute.
Your offense found a great deal of success, 459 yards, the most since the Wayne State game last year when you guys went for 470. Do you believe that Dewan becoming more of a running threat benefited your scheme?
Well, that's part of it with our scheme that we run here. We want our quarterbacks to be active in the run game, and we felt like, we saw something that was there, and we obviously accomplished those things. But I've always said you got to take care of the football. When you turn the ball over, that's one thing, but then when you turn it over and they flip it to 6 points, that's another. So our guys know one of the things that we talk about often here is taking the ball away and then taking care of the ball. So we didn't do a good job there, and then the other thing was penalties. The first week we were outstanding in that penalty margin. In this second week, we just didn't get the job done.
The offensive line was a point of emphasis during fall camp. You were really pleased with the way they had developed. We only allowed just one sack in 2 games so far this year. So speak on what has gelled for that unit.
Well, having an athletic quarterback helps it. They still got work to do. We still got some things up front we got to clean up. And if we get those things cleaned up, because it's still yet early in the season, but there's still pressure to win. Our guys know we got to get better fast, and obviously playing a conference opponent, our guys know that we're on the clock, man. We're going to play a really tough opponent, and we have to minimize the mistakes.
Yeah, Northern Michigan has definitely shown some improvement in year 3 under Shane Richardson. So what will be the keys to getting a GLIAC opening win on Saturday at the Superior Dome?
We got to tackle. We got to tackle people. And, that's one thing about that, offense is that it's an outstanding scheme, and they're going to keep the ball. We know that going in, but we got to get people to the ground, and if we can cause some turnovers, that'd be great as well. And then for us, we got to take care of the football. And when there are opportunities comes to score, we got to take advantage of the opportunities. And we just felt like we've been leaving a lot, out there, on the field, when those games are over. So we got to take advantage of the opportunities that we've been given.
Good luck on Saturday, Coach.
Thank you. Go Panthers.
Joined by running back Cephus Harris. You've had a great start to the season, one of the best in school history, 222 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns in just 2 games. What has been the secret to your success so far?
I'll definitely say the O-line. They've been doing a phenomenal job of, making gaps and, holes in ways for me, to go to the end zone. So all credit's due to the O-line for sure.
Your offense did face a little bit of adversity in that second quarter with Truman, the interception return for a score when you guys were up 14-0. But what was the message inside the huddle after that play?
You just got to respond because, it's football. It's a game of momentum, and things happen, and everything is not going to always go your way. So when stuff goes bad, you just got to be able to respond and keep going until all 4 quarters is done.
Yeah. Coach alluded to this. You guys had 13 penalties for 89 yards, which did have some self-inflicted wounds. It proves to be a big difference, right, in a 1-point game. So what's been the message in practice this week about eliminating those mistakes?
Just keying on the little things and just paying attention to detail and not let our fatigue get to us, even though in crucial times, because you never know, we might bust a big one and go for 6 and but that type of stuff can't happen if we're not focusing on the little things.
Good luck this weekend at Northern Michigan.
Thank you.